Silence. Then, a sharp asterisk crack asterisk, a warning shot hits the ground near one man's boots. He stumbles back, cursing. Another shot rings out, shattering the lantern on the porch, plunging them into deeper darkness. Their confidence crumbles. "She's hunting us," one of them mutters, his voice unsteady. The leader clenches his jaw. "We don't run," he snaps. But his grip betrays him. His hands aren't as steady as before. Then, movement. A figure appears near the barn, moving fast. The leader fires, but the shot misses. Another outlaw panics and bolts for his horse, but before he reaches it, he's yanked to the ground, tripped by a rope she set earlier. One by one, the outlaws fall into chaos, outmatched and outplanned. Then the leader feels it, a cold barrel pressed against the back of his head. Her voice is calm, steady. "You picked the wrong farm." But before he can react, another voice, her father's, breaks the tension. "Let him go." She hesitates. The leader stiffens. The old farmer steps forward. "I want them to live long enough to remember what happened here." For the first time that night, the leader truly understands. He nods, slowly lowering his weapon. His men scramble to their horses, bruised and shaken. As they ride off into the night, she watches, knowing they won't be back. The farm is safe. But as she turns to her father, he studies her carefully. "You were always meant for more than this place." She exhales, the weight of the night settling in. Maybe he's right. Maybe this was just the beginning. The dust settles as the outlaws disappear into the night, their pride as battered as their bodies. The farm is quiet again, but the air still carries the weight of what just happened. She watches the road for a moment longer, making sure they're really gone. Only then does she lower her weapon. Her father steps beside her, letting out a slow breath. "You didn't have to stay, you know." She looks at him, then back at the land she grew up on. "I did." The farm was always home, but tonight reminded her of something else, who she is, who she's trained to be. This world doesn't wait for anyone to be ready. Sometimes you just have to stand your ground. She glances at the horizon, the first light of dawn creeping in. Maybe she belongs here. Or maybe the fight isn't over just yet. The sun dips low over the quiet farmland, casting long shadows as a group of outlaws rise into town. They think they've found an easy target, a lone farmer and his daughter, living peacefully on the land. What they don't know is that she's not just any farmer's daughter. Before returning home, she was one of the most elite snipers in the Green Berets, trained to outthink, outfight, and outlast the enemy. At first, she watches them from a distance, unnoticed. She sees the way they size up the place, the way they talk like they already own it. But they've made a fatal mistake, underestimating her. As they close in, she prepares, silent and patient, waiting for the perfect moment. They have no idea what's coming. By the time they realize who she really is, it'll be too late. And what happens next, they'll never forget. The leader of the outlaws, a rough-looking man with a scar across his cheek, dismounts his horse and surveys the land like it already belongs to him. His men spread out, their eyes on the farmhouse, the barn, and the surrounding fields. To them, it's just another job: intimidate the old farmer, take what they want, and leave without a fight. They have no idea they stepped onto the wrong land. Inside the house, she watches from behind a curtain, her sharp eyes tracking their every move. She remembers men like them from her time overseas, arrogant, reckless, dangerous. But she also knows something they don't. Patience wins battles. She studies their patterns, noting their weapons, their movements, their weaknesses. Her father sits at the kitchen table, his hands steady but his eyes filled with worry. "They don't know who you are," he says softly. She loads a small rifle and gives him a calm, steady look. They will soon. Outside, the outlaws grow restless. The leader, impatient, knocks on the farmhouse door with the back of his hand, his men standing behind him, hands resting near their holsters. The silence inside stretches too long. He smirks, mistaking it for fear. Inside, she keeps her breath steady, heart rate calm, just like she was trained. She moves carefully through the house, positioning herself by the back window where she has the best view. These men are used to people giving in easily, but she's not like most people. Her father finally opens the door, his expression unreadable. "Evening," he says. The outlaw leader leans against the frame. "We're looking for a little hospitality, maybe some supplies." His tone is friendly, but his eyes tell a different story. She listens, measuring his voice, his stance, the way his men shift their weight. They're expecting weakness. They won't see what's coming, not yet. The outlaw leader steps closer, his boots scraping against the wooden porch. "Come on now, old man. No need to make this difficult." His voice is smooth, practiced. He's done this before. He tilts his head, glancing past the farmer into the house. "Where's the girl?" Her father doesn't flinch. "Ain't got what you're looking for," he says simply. The leader chuckles, but there's no humor in it. He motions to one of his men, who steps toward the door, eager to push his way inside. But before he can take another step, something shifts. A sound, small, deliberate, comes from the barn. The men turn, hands twitching toward their weapons. The leader holds up a hand, signaling them to wait. "Go check it out," he orders one of them. The man hesitates, but does as he's told, moving toward the barn with careful steps. From the darkness, she watches. The trap is set. The outlaw steps cautiously toward the barn, his hand hovering near his holster. The others watch, their confidence wavering just slightly. The leader narrows his eyes, sensing something isn't right, but it's too late to turn back now. As the man reaches the barn doors, a rusted hinge creaks. He hesitates, peering into the dim interior. Just as he steps inside, a sudden thud echoes through the night. The group stiffens. "Tom," one of them calls out. No answer. The leader's jaw tightens. He motions for another man to check, but before he can move, the farmhouse lights flicker off. Darkness swallows the yard. A breeze rustles through the trees, but nothing else moves. Then from the shadows, her voice, steady, controlled. "You should have left when you had the chance." The outlaws spin, weapons drawn, but they can't see her. She can see all of them, and she's already chosen her next target. The outlaws freeze, their eyes darting in every direction, but the night offers them no answers. The leader grips his weapon tighter, frustration creeping into his voice. "Show yourself," he growls.